Welcome back to Align by Design, the podcast where we dive deep into what it really means to live in alignment with who you are at your core. I'm Flavie, and if this is your first time here, this podcast is for women who are ready to build something real from the inside out. Today, we're talking about something I lived many times myself, and something I'm starting to see happen more and more recently. That moment when you realize you've lost your fire. Maybe it's because we're mid-year. I don't know. And you know that feeling. You're doing all the things you're supposed to do, checking all the boxes, following the strategies. But something's missing. You're not ignited anymore. You're in the do mode, not in the be mode. You're operating, but your spark, where did it go? You wake up and there's no excitement. Not anymore. No anticipation for the day ahead. You open your laptop and it feels like you're sleepwalking through your own life. Your work that used to light you up now feels mechanical, routine, maybe even soul crushing. Let me tell you, you didn't left a cage to put yourself in another cage. And if you're sitting there thinking you need to blow everything up and start over, if you're lying awake at 3 a.m., wondering if maybe you chose the wrong business, the wrong path, the wrong everything, let me tell you, this episode is for you. Because what I'm about to share might save you from making a very expensive mistakes. And more importantly, it might help you remember who you are under this all the noise. So let's dive in. First, let me validate what you're feeling right now. There's this heaviness, isn't there? Like you're carrying the weight of expectations, your own and everyone else. You look at your to do list and feel exhausted before you even start. Maybe you're questioning everything. Is this really what I wanted? Is it the life I was trying to build? You see other people posting of their wins, their breakthroughs, their excitement, and you wonder, what's wrong with me? You might be telling yourself you should be grateful. You have a business, you have client, you have what looks like success from outside. So why does it feel so empty? And then there's that voice, the one that whispers at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep, telling you that maybe you're just not cut out of this. Maybe you picked the wrong path. Maybe everyone else has some secret you don't know. You've probably started researching other options, scrolling through courses, looking at other people's business models, wondering if you should pivot completely. Maybe you've even started writing the email to tell your audience you're changing everything. I need you to pause right here, right there. Because what you're feeling, it's not a sign that you're on the wrong path. It's a sign that you've disconnected from what matters to you. And there's a difference. Let me tell you about something that happened literally 2 days ago that stopped me in my tracks. Within 1 hour, I received the exact same email from two different coaches, both women I work with, both successful, multiple six figures, both telling me they were transitioning back to their original passions. One going back to yoga after she was a business coach for maybe 4 years, and the last year she pivoting to copywriting, and the other returning to her first love after months of feeling dead inside, doing what she thought she should do. 1 hour, same message, same realization. And here's the thing, they don't know each other, and they are not my clients. These are my former coaches, women who are advanced in their business, who know all the strategies, who should have it all figured out. But they were experiencing the exact same thing so many of us go through. Because here's what I realized. I had my own metro crash last year. Let me be honest. A complete burnout. I convinced myself I needed new coaches, new courses, new strategy, new everything. And I did. I hired coaches after coaches. I bought so many courses trying to find the answer outside myself. I even spent $12,000 on a 3 month coaching program that felt completely misaligned. $12,000. And after 5, maybe 6 weeks, I quit because I realized the solution was not out there, it was in here. I had learned all the strategies, I knew the frameworks, I understood the tactics. What I had lost was the connection to myself. So I stopped hiring coaches. I stopped looking for external solution and I got quiet. And I asked myself, what do I do without thinking? What genuinely lights me up? Who am I already serving naturally? The answer was right there. I love creating connection. I believe in people before they believe in themselves. I see you, I feel you, I read you. I get excited about seeing someone's vision come to life. The people I serve the best, they're already in my word, like you, listening to this right now. Everything I needed was already there. I just had to get conscious about it. And seeing those 2 emails this week confirmed it. It's not about experience level or business knowledge. Even seasoned entrepreneurs lose sight of what actually energizes them when they get caught up in shoot and strategies. So here's what I've learned about the mid-year momentum crashes. This is how I call it because you arrived in June, it's like mid-year. I didn't reach my goal. I didn't reach my turnover. I didn't reach this. Oh my God, I'm so late. I'm not where I'm meant to be. Blah, 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 blah. They're signals that you've been running on autopilot so long. You've forgotten what actually energizes you. When we get busy executing, following strategies, doing what we think we should do, we disconnect from our natural gifts and genuine desires. We stop paying attention to what lights us up and start focusing on what we think will work. But there's a thing, your fire didn't disappear. It just buried under layers of shoots and strategies and other people's definitions of success. And the solution, it's not a new business, it's consciousness about what's already working. Most entrepreneurs I know who've built something sustainable and fulfilling, they didn't keep changing directions every time they hit a roof patch. They got better at recognizing their natural behaviors and aligning their work with what already energized them. So, let's talk about how to find your fire again without burning everything down and crushing your objective and goal for the end of the year. First, your superpowers are hiding in what you do without thinking. Right now, make a mental list of things people naturally come to you for. What do friends ask you advice about? What do you find yourself doing in conversation without being asked? These are not random, they're clues to your natural gifts. For me, it's creating connection, believing in people. When I'm channeling, when I see you, I feel you, I do this automatically. In every interaction, I can control it. And when I align my business with these natural tendencies, everything flows. It's like it goes. Second, your fire lives in moment you lose track of time. Think about the last time you were working and completely lost track of time. Not because you were procrastinating, but because you were genuinely engaged. What were you doing? Who were you helping? How were you helping them? These moments are not accident. They're breadcrumbs leading you back to what genuinely lights you up. And it reminds me, my son. was telling me, Mom, you're always working. Sometimes you're in your office, we don't see you. And I was, no, I'm not working. And let me be honest, I don't see the time. Time fly because I do what I love. I lost track. And one day, when he decided to become a millionaire, it's okay, let's write your story. You have the tablet for 30 minutes. So 30 minutes went like this, in a flash. And I went back to him. It's okay, time is gone, time is over. And it was, no, Mom, it was too fast. This is it. When you do what you love, you lose track of time. Third, your ideal client might already be in your world. This is the one that blew my mind. I kept thinking I needed to find new clients, attract new people. But when I looked around, the people I love working with most were already connected to me somehow. They were in my network, following my content, or friends of friends. Sometimes they were so busy, or we are so busy hunting for clients that we miss the ones already paying attention. Fourth, energy follows alignment, not strategy. You can have the most brilliant strategy in the world, but if it's not aligned with who you actually are and what you actually care about, it will drain you. Period. Your energy is feedback. If something consistently drains you, it's probably not your path. If something energizes you, even when it's challenging, that's your compass. And fifth, small adjustments often work better than big pivots. Before you blow everything up, try this. Keep 80% of what you're doing and add just 20% that feels most misaligned. Maybe it's how you deliver your service. Maybe it's who you're targeting. Maybe it's the energy you bring to your work. Sometimes we need surgery, but most of the time we just need to adjust the frequency. So here's what I want you to do instead of starting over. Get conscious about what's already working. This week, pay attention to what you do naturally that people value. Which part of your work make you lose track of time? Who you're already serving without realizing it? And what energizing you versus what drains you? Don't make big change yet. Just observe. Get curious about your own behaviors. Because here's what I learned. The entrepreneurs who sustain the fire over the long term are not the one who keep changing direction. They're the one who get really good at recognizing what lights them up and structuring the work around that. Your fire is not gone. It's just waiting for you to remember what you care about. Trust what you already know. Trust what already works. Trust the wisdom that's been trying to get your attention. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with this truth. Your fire didn't abandon you. You abandoned yourself. You got too busy doing what you thought you should do, following the strategy, chasing the matrix, that you forgot to check with your own soul. You forgot to ask, does it still light me up? Am I still connected to what I started this? The world doesn't need another entrepreneur following someone else's blueprint. The world needs you. The woman, maybe the man who remembers what she or he cares about, who builds from her authentic desire, who trusts her own rhythm over everyone else's timeline. What would be possible for you if you stopped looking for external validation and started trusting your internal compass? What dreams might emerge if you gave yourself permission to do business your way? What energy might return if you align your work with what actually matters to you? The journey back to your fire is not about adding more. It's about removing what doesn't belong. It's about saying no to what drains you so you can say yes to what energizes you. It's about remembering that your business should serve your life, not consume it. And every time you choose alignment over achievement, authenticity over strategy, your own truth over what you think will sell, you take one step closer to the entrepreneur you're truly meant to be. So I invite you to take a moment now. Close your eyes if you can. If you're driving, please don't do it. Do it later. And place a hand on your heart and ask yourself, what am I pretending not to know? What is my soul trying to tell me about my work, my direction, my next step? And listen. Listen to what emerges. Trust what you hear, even if it's not what you want to hear. Trust it. And remember, you're not alone in this. Every entrepreneur you admire, even the one who seemed to have it all figured out, has felt this disconnection, this questioning, this urge to change everything. We are all learning to trust ourselves over the noise. So here's my final question to you. What if? What if? The thing you're avoiding, that conversation, that decision, that shift you know you need to make, is actually the key to find your fire again. What if everything you need is already within you, waiting for you to finally listen? Your fire is still there. Stop looking outside. Stop looking outside yourself for permission to feel it again. Listen to you. And if this episode resonated with you, I would love for you to share it with someone in your life who might need to hear it. And if you're new here, welcome. You can also hit the button subscribe. We're just getting started. Thank you for being here. And until next time, stay true, stay aligned, keep evolving, and keep trusting yourself.